Okay, so obviously going back in time a bit to do this one. Challenge 94, Hard Boss Attack. We have to defeat all 8 Robot Masters in New Style mode under Hard Mode difficulty. So here's the thing, I already completed this one with Cutman. In fact, I still have the footage from that, and I might make that a bonus video sometime if there's enough interest in that. Feel free to leave a comment about that if you want. So here's the thing. I wanted to use as many different Robot Masters as I could for these challenges to make them a bit more interesting. And having already used Cutman here, I was going to use Fireman in one of the later challenges, one of the Wily Boss Rushes. And then this happened. I took a bit more damage from that fight than I really would have liked. So moving on. Oh, bugger. I just realized something. Yeah, this was poor planning. We've been doused. Wonderful. Yeah, that was very poor planning on my part. So, with that little mistake causing problems later on, I ended up having to use Cutman for that challenge. Thus, I decided to come back here and clear it with Fireman. After all, you have to use Fireman somewhere. Everyone loves the flames of justice. So let's spread some justice! So here's the thing about hard mode with the Robot Masters. They'll use their criticals a lot more frequently, and they don't even have to be down to half health to do so. And when they unleash them, they're a lot more dangerous than they usually would be. For example, with Electman, if he uses his, he can throw 3 lightning bolts at a time. Still the same basic idea, just keep moving and it's pretty easy to dodge. But it can catch you off guard if you're not expecting it. But there we go, Electman's down. So let's move on. They're more generous with the health pickups on hard mode though, they give you 1 large energy between battles. So if you can keep the damage you take to a minimum, it's not so terribly bad. So next up we have Time Man. So since Time Slow basically is his critical, how does he make that more dangerous? While time is slowed, he can use a dodge roll to escape your attacks. Anytime he successfully does so, he'll immediately counter with a clock hand. So you do have to be wary of that. So far he's not doing it though. There he goes. He cannot dodge roll in midair though. So that one wasn't so bad. Moving on. Next up we have Gutsman. The way he uses his critical, it becomes a complete and total time waster. Because if he digs, he's going to do it 3 times in a row. Thus far, he doesn't seem too interested in digging, though. Didn't even get a chance, and I am fine with that. Yeah, if I do release that Cutman bonus vid, you'll see how much of a pain that can be. It also doesn't help that Cutman does such little damage against him, and the super arm does massive damage to him. Speaking of Cutman... With Cutman, you generally want to try and catch him in midair. If he does his giant cutter critical, as he's doing now, he'll always do it twice in a row, so be ready to dodge both of them. Ow. The because, yeah, that hurts a lot if it hits. There we go. Again, thanks to the large energies, even having hit me with that, I'm not so terribly bad off. Back up to full.
Warning.
And time for Bomb Man. He'll try and jump on you immediately upon starting the battle. He'll also use his larger bombs with much more frequency, and of course is invincible while charging them up, so that can be annoying. The fact that he throws 2 bombs each time instead of just 1, that gets a little more chaotic too. As usual, just pay attention to what he's saying. I think he said that's a bit harsh. Yes, he did. And again. So there we go, that's 5 down. But now it's time for things to get dangerous for Fireman, because next up is Iceman, his weakness. This means we can't do too much damage to Iceman, but Iceman is going to do a lot of damage if he hits us. So let's keep that to a minimum, shall we? When Iceman uses his critical, he sends down a bunch of icicles. Just make sure you're against one of the walls when he does this. As usual, though, they don't really help him too much. The biggest annoyance with him is he's invincible while he's using that move. But overall, they can actually get you out of the way of some of his attacks. Ow. Like, see right there, I kind of wish I had those in the way. Oh, get against the wall. I'm actually not sure if one of those hitting you is instant death or not if it lands on you. Yeah, every hit I do to him only does 1 damage. He's just going to keep me trapped over here, apparently. But it doesn't do so well for him either, actually. Ow. Well, that could have gone a lot worse. Not quite full health, but next up is Fireman. It's mirror match time. The thing about this is we're not going to be able to do too much damage to him, but that's reciprocal. He can't do much to us either. A good thing, because his critical on hard is actually pretty dangerous under normal circumstances, because once it goes all the way to the wall, it comes back. And hey, look who finally learned how to jump. Yeah. And he also loves just absolutely spamming this move, which is pretty annoying. Also the massive slowdown caused by it. Yeah, mainly this is just a fiery battle of attrition, because neither of us can really do a lot of damage to the other. Even his critical won't hit me for much. Oh, he's getting close to done, at least. Oh, come on. There we go. It is interesting to note that since they're not really weak to it, neither Iceman nor Fireman actually gets charred by the firestorm, whereas everyone else does. So, still not at full life, but we're on to the last boss. And, well...
Warning!
Nothing's more flammable than oil, partner! Given half a chance, on hard mode, Oilman loves to absolutely spam the oil slider. Case in point, I've had him use it against me as many as 12 times in a row before, and that was really irritating. Thankfully, no real problems with that this time. Huh? Did it faster than I did it with Cutman anyway. So yes, with that, this challenge is well and truly put to bed now, I hope. So, refreshing pause, and we'll be back next time with the next one, even though it won't really be in order. Yeah, right, uh-huh.